Hey everybody, I am here today with Jay, Jayan, and Meghanne, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of our recent robotics success at bowls. So you guys just finished a competition, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And how did that go?
It went really well, actually.
What does really well mean in robotics parlance?
So we came out with the #1 ranking, which is based on wins, and then the highest average autonomous score, which is the coding period of our match.
We also set the world record with the other Bulls team. So there's random selection. We got paired with them, and we set the world record together.
So hold on. World record?
Yes, sir.
So now the two Bulls teams, we hold the world record, and currently we are the top ranking team in the world, and in Florida, our two teams are the top two teams.
Well, yes, by extension you'd have to be, right?
Yes.
If you're number one in the world and you're not number one in Florida, then we'd have some issues. Well, that is remarkable. Like, I mean, on what scale? I know you don't know the exact number of teams, but what are we talking here? I mean, is this like, if you're number one in the world, like, let's dig down a little bit and talk about how significant this really is.
So as of the last time I checked, it was 3,000 teams that have currently put up scores and competed in the world. And out of those, we were #1.
That is awesome. Well, first of all, congratulations. That is super cool. Now let's dig into so what does it entail? Like at the competition, you talked about coding some. I've been there, I've seen it, but walk the casual observer here through what you actually do to achieve a #1 in the world ranking.
So for every match, we are randomly selected a partner, so it could be any teams there, and there's about 30-something teams in our league. And we have to really use our teamwork to work with these teams, because one match they may be our alliance partners, but the next match we might be going against them. So we kind of have to make sure we're respectful to everyone, because you never know who you're going against next.
Hey, that's real world stuff right there. You never know.
And another important part is working with strategy. So a lot of teams have designed robots in different ways than we have. And our goal before the match is to try to find the best way our robots can work together to score the most amount of points. And this was really a big advantage, because when we were paired with the other Bulls team, we'd already worked out a lot of strategy, and that's one of the main things that enabled us to get the world record.
And I think over time, we've learned how to develop our robot and become a very close team after spending so many years together. And I think that aided us heavily, and we were able to finish our robot quickly and tune our performance. That's how we scored well.
How long have y'all each been involved in robotics?
So I've been doing robotics from the 4th grade into 7th grade doing FLO, which is the lower school version, and then from 8th grade to junior year now doing FTC.
And then I also started in 4th grade with FLL, and then I did FLL until 7th grade, and then 8th grade I transitioned to FTC.
And I stuck with FLL till 8th grade, so I did 4th through 8th, and then FTC freshman, sophomore, and now junior year. So we all have about 8 years. So
yeah, a lot. How long does the competition last? One of the sessions, I know.
So we have around 6 matches in a meet, and each match is 2 minutes and 30 seconds long.
Whoa.
So you have 30 seconds of autonomous period, which is pre-coded, where the robot is all autonomous and it's moving on its own. And then we have 2 minutes of what we call the teleop period, which is driver controlled. So we have controllers where we have a drive team composed of 2 drivers, one for the actual motion of the robot and one for the linear slide and the claw motion, and then a drive coach. And they drive and try to get as many points as they can depending on the season's theme. Okay. And then the last 30 seconds, that's the end game, where it's still driver control, but there's some special tasks that we can do and complete to get extra points.
Like a pull-up. The robot has to pull itself up on a bar and then pull itself up while suspended from that bar onto another bar.
And so if it's
awesome.
if it's off the mat by the end of the match, you get 15 points for the first level hang and then 30 points for the second level hang.
Wow, super cool. And I did not grow up with robotics. Like I did not. So full transparency. But I think it's easy to assume that way more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds goes into the prep work for each match.
Sir.
So what are we talking here? Like, how long have you been working leading up to?
Since August, we have been prepping. We didn't get as much off season, but typically we will work over the summer to prep
Okay.
it. But once the theme was released this year, we started working immediately. So we have practices Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays,
Okay.
and around 2 hours each. And we practice every week to work on the autonomous and the building and the designing and all sorts of the functions. So,
Varsity robotics, right? Is
yes.
that what it is? Silly question. Does said robotic have a name or nickname? Not the team name, but what do you refer to the robot as?
Our team name is Static Discharge.
Okay.
And so we named our robot this year Bolt.
Yes.
So robot version 1. We're already in the works of
Yes. So
robot 2.
with
so.
the new Fab Labs and all the tools that are available, we're laser cutting almost 50% of the robot, and then everything else is custom printed.
Mhm.
And
So you're enjoying that.
Yes.
Yes.
We are using it to our
Yes.
advantage.
There you go. That's what it's there for, right?
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome. So I'm assuming that this is something that all of you want to pursue eventually in college
mhm.
and stuff. So does your robotics work, does it impact schools that you would potentially apply to?
So I've been really interested in the computer science part of the robot, the autonomous pathing and everything. So that's kind of like shaped my passion for computer science, and I'm gonna end up applying towards more computer science going to school.
Awesome. How about you, Jay?
My specialty is like the engineering side, and so it's especially working with the coaches. They've really honed my skills in terms of that and taught me a lot, and it's helped me better understand my interests, especially with engineering. And
Meg?
I'm probably more on the engineering side too, but I also take more of a role on the management side.
Okay.
There's a lot more moving pieces than you would think on a robotics team, and make sure we're reaching deadlines. So I definitely factor that in when I'm looking towards the future.
So, really quickly, words of wisdom to any lower school kid that's out there that might be interested in robotics. What would you tell them?
I would just say have fun and stick with it. You
Yeah.
will, and there will be hard times, but it is fun, and you'll learn so much from it, and you'll really enjoy it.
It may get
Yes.
frustrating sometimes when the robot doesn't do what you want to, or your team, it might get tense when you have an argument, but it's worth it in the long run to really stick with it, and you really see the benefit.
I think it's amazing. I know that all of you have tremendous schedules that you're doing academically as well. You have a lot of other interests. I know that this is not the only thing that you do, and so I commend you for hitting a pinnacle and being number one in the world in anything is a big deal. And that's awesome. And I wish you just continue to success and keep working hard and keep using that Fab Lab.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thanks everybody, and thanks to everybody out there for all that you do.